Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another video. Well, it has been a while, but we're back at it again with another episode of ASKgufish. Let's jump right into your questions. Where's ASKgufish? Good question. Have you seen the new Squier Jazzmaster with active pickups announced at NAMM? If so, what are your thoughts? I actually had not until your boy Enzo pointed it out, but oh my god, does the new Jazzmaster look sick. Squier's new contemporary line has apparently been doing really well for them, and you may remember I talked about them in a previous ASKgufish and even demoed the Active Strat. It was a pretty solid $400 guitar with active pickups and a decent licensed Floyd. Well, at Summer NAMM they just announced that they're expanding the guitar line to include an active Jazzmaster, and I am f***ing hyped for it. It's kind of got a similar vibe to the American Gym Root Jazzmaster that I love so much, but this, being a Squier, is obviously much more affordable. Spec-wise, it's pretty similar to the Strat, poplar body, Squier active pickups, and a maple neck with a slim C profile, but there are some notable differences. The Strat has a rosewood fingerboard, the Jazzmaster has something called Indian Laurel. No idea. Never played a guitar with Indian Laurel before, but it's always fun to try new sustainable fingerboard materials. The bridge is also interesting for a Jazzmaster. It's actually got an adjustable tune-o-matic style bridge and a stop bar tailpiece. This is my personal favorite type of bridge. I find it really comfortable for right-hand palm muting stuff, so that's really cool. Then there's the colors. It comes in two finishes. Being that these guitars are aimed at the metal crowd, we've got the dark graphite metallic, and then we've got the more vintage-inspired Surf Pearl. Oh my god, the Surf Pearl, especially with that matching headstock, it looks so cool and I want it. I've never been massively huge into Fender-style guitars. They're decent, they're classics, but this is the first Squier that I've been incredibly hyped to try. Yeah, as soon as they're released, I'm gonna have a Surf Pearl one on the channel. And then they've also added $400 basses to the line, which is pretty cool. There's the Contemporary Jazz bass, which comes in ocean blue metallic and dark metallic red. That model looks fun, but since I'm actually in the market for a new bass, I'm more interested in the Active Jazz, which comes with Squier's new proprietary active pickups and 9-volt bass preamp. A lot of hard rock and metal basses swear by using active pickups, so I'd love to pick one up to replace my short scale vintage modified Jaguar thing. The question is 4 strings or 5. The 4-string version comes in flat black and the super dope looking flat white, whereas the 5 only comes in boring black. Since I do quite a bit of work with extended range guitars, the 5th string might be useful, so the extra string or the better finish and I tune down. What do you think? There's a poll in the top right. Help me decide. What's your take on the new Fender Player Series? Okay, everybody's been talking about these guitars the last couple of weeks, and if you somehow haven't heard of the Player Series, it's basically Fender's new line that replaces the Made in Mexico standards. To be clear, because I have seen some confusion, that doesn't mean that they're moving production away from Mexico. They're still being made there, it's just a new product range with a new name. The Player Series is a pretty comprehensive line, all in that $650 to $850 price range. They've got just about every model you'd expect them to have in a number of different colors, plus a couple of surprises. You've got your Stratocaster, your Stratocaster HSS, your Stratocaster HSH, your Strat Plus Top, your Strat HSS Plus Top, your Telecaster HH, your Jaguar, and your Jazzmaster. Interestingly, there's also a Strat HSS that comes with a Floyd Rose Special. I know Fender has released affordable Floyd models before, but it's still cool because they're not all that common. As far as I can tell, all the models come with altered bodies, maple necks with a modern C profile, Pal Faro fingerboards with 9.5-inch radii, and the new Player Series pickups, which are advertised as having a classic sound with a bit of a modern edge, whatever that means. Unfortunately for you lefties, only the standard Telecaster and Stratocaster come in left-handed versions. Now, to be honest, I have the same thoughts about the Player Series as I have whenever Fender releases a new line of guitars. I've already mentioned in this video, even though my first guitar is a Squier Bullet Strat, I've never been massively into Fender-style guitars. Now, nothing against them, they're classic shapes for a reason. They're solid, affordable tools for making music, and I do like them when I play them. They're just not really my thing, and I don't get super excited about them. I guess I'd be down to make a video of the dual humbucker Tele, or the HSS Plus Top, or the Floyd, or the Jazzmaster with that humbucker single combo. Out of all the guitars in the new lineup, I think those look the coolest, but I'm not nearly as excited for those as I am for the green Squier Jazzmaster. But I'd love to hear from you guys, especially the Fender fans. What do you think of the new Player Series? Exciting new lineup or same old, same old? Again, there's a poll in the top right. Let me know which guitars, if any, you'd want to see on the channel. Because in the end, I know even if I have a hard time getting excited about these now, they do come in some cool colors, and I know once I get them in my hands, I will enjoy playing them. So if you guys want to see them, I'll do my best to get one. Will you demo the Epiphone Prism Les Paul Tribute? Well, it wouldn't be an Agufish episode without some Epiphone. So this Prism Les Paul Tribute Plus, like most of Epiphone's Summer NAMM announcements, it's not actually a new guitar. The Tribute Plus has been around for a while, and the Prism is just a new rainbow fade finish type thing. The Tribute Plus model itself is actually pretty cool. They're high-end Epiphones with carved maple tops, hard cases, and splittable Gibson USA 57 Classics, which are some of my favorite Gibson pickups. Now, to be honest, I think the Prism is one of the ugliest Les Pauls I've ever seen, but to each their own. I think it would stand out on camera, so if I were to do a demo of an Epiphone Les Paul Tribute Plus, it would be this one. But again, since it's technically not a new model, I'm not sure how much interest there is in a video for it. But I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, let me know. They also announced new finishes for the Broadway, the Casino Coupe, the Limited Edition Deluxe, the ES339 Pro, the Sheraton 2 Pro, the Joe Pass Emperor 2 Pro, the G400 Pro, the Les Paul Custom Prophecy Plus GX, the Les Paul Standard, the Les Paul Standard Plus Top Pro, the Les Paul Studio, and the Les Paul Ultra 3. Nothing super exciting, it's like a mid-year refresh. It stops the current line from getting too stale while we wait for next year's real new stuff. Now, because I play metal and I love Les Pauls and single cuts, I've always gotten requests for one of the Les Paul Prophecies. They're pretty cool. Carved mahogany body with a quilt maple veneer, satin finish slim tapered D-profile neck, splittable Gibson USA 490R and 498T humbuckers, and a 24-fret ebony fingerboard with a relatively flat 14-inch radius, as opposed to 22 frets and the rounder 12-inch radius normally found on Les Pauls. Again, not really a new model. The second generation of Les Paul Prophecies came out a while ago, but since we've got a new finish, it may be fun to take a look at. What I'm more interested in from Epiphone are the brand new signature models. Slash has a new Epiphone guitar, and it's not a Les Paul, it's actually a Firebird, and it looks like a pretty kick-ass instrument. It's got a 22-fret Pal-Ferro fingerboard and a mahogany body with a maple cap and a flame maple veneer. It's got a custom tapered neck, Kluson reissue banjo-style tuners, and Slash's logo on the pickguard. Then for electronics, it's got Sprague. It's got orange drop capacitors and Slash's signature Seymour Duncan humbucker set. I mean, look, Slash's Les Pauls are cool, and he's known for playing them, but I actually think this one's cooler because as far as I'm aware, Epiphone doesn't make any other Firebirds. If you want to get a new production Firebird, your only option is Gibson, which is expensive. And I like how Epiphone isn't bringing the Firebird back as a mediocre budget version, but instead making it available as a good-looking, affordable workhorse with high-end Seymour Duncan pickups. Definitely looking forward to trying one of those out. Then, and I can't find that much information on it, and I wouldn't even know it existed if I hadn't seen it in a Reverb video, but there's a John Lee Hooker signature Zephyr. No idea. Can't find any information on it, but part of me can't help but wonder what it would sound like through a PV6505. And then the last new signature model is the M4 Explorer from Jason Hook of Five Finger Death Punch. Like the Slash model, this is pretty much an Epiphone version of his much more expensive signature Gibson. The red graphics are inspired by the M4 Sherman tank, probably the most famous American tank used in World War II, and the thing comes pretty feature-loaded with Seymour Duncan JB and 59 humbuckers, super jumbo frets, and Grover locking mini rotomatics. Then the Explorer body has a few custom alterations as well. It has a custom bevel that's supposed to serve as a comfortable place to rest your arm, a deeper cutaway for better upper fret access, as well as a custom slim taper neck shape. So if I'm honest, it's not really my type of guitar visually, it's a little loud, but I am curious to see how the body alterations affect the playability. So if you watch this channel, you know there are going to be more Epiphone videos, but which are you most interested in? Old models with new finishes, or brand new models? You know the drill, poll in the top right. Please do a review on the Lee Melia RD. I want one because Gibson RDs aren't as affordable. No one else has any truly unbiased reviews. Lee Melia RD? Yeah, I don't know. And that'll do it for this week's episode of Ask-a-Fish. Of course, feel free to leave your thoughts on anything discussed in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and give it a like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications by clicking the little bell, because apparently that's the only way YouTube will let you know that I've uploaded a new video now. All links are below, including social media, my Patreon, and our Discord server, which you should definitely join. As always, thanks so much for watching, you've been awesome, and I'll see you for the next video.